The plan was to head to the Sarstoon, declared a prohibited zone by SI signed the day before. But the BTV was going, and bright and early Saturday morning, between 50 and 75 persons arrived in Barranco to board boats for the trek south. But even before getting to the dock, the heavy presence of police should have warned that it wouldn't go down quite like that. And it didn't. The dock, like the Sarstoon, was declared a prohibited area, not by SI, but by armed police and Coast Guard personnel.
The situation at this point is that when we were getting when we were getting to the dock, we were blocked from getting on the dock. When we were getting here, our boats was at the dock, but all of a sudden they moved off the dock. I couldn't see inside the boat. It looked like some military personnel boarded our civilian boat that was going to take us down.
All right, we received information yesterday that the Coast Guard will be required to conduct safety and security operations somewhere between Punta Gorda and Barranco. We understand that the BTV had plans to depart Barranco in vessels. This is the Coast Guard responsibility to ensure that those vessels were seaworthy. We commenced operations this morning. So far we have detained 3 vessels, all for maritime safety offences. Those 3 vessels were detained and taken back to Punta Gorda. The offences ranges from fire extinguisher, lack of life jackets, no seaworthiness certificate, no master's license, and we cannot allow those vessels to sail with that amount of people unsafe. And that is exactly what we did this morning.
One boat captain was detained for not having papers, but he was later released. The Coast Guard and police were armed for a major show of dissent, but in the end, there was only disappointment and anger from the persons who traveled from all corners of the country to visit a part of Belize where we have been forbidden to travel. Forbidden first by Guatemalan military and now by Belizean law and law enforcement.
I am totally disappointed, and I am very much upset about what has happened here this morning. I mean, this is a clear indication that we have a totalitarian regime in this country, man. I mean, what kind of thing is this? The SI that came out yesterday was clear that it was limited to the Sarstoon area. Man, we are in Barranco, so what are we saying? The people from Barranco cannot go anywhere today. They are basically being held hostage. I mean, this is an entry point here, my brother. I mean, it is sending a clear signal that this government does not appreciate the fact that we have hundreds of Belizeans who are prepared to stand up for their country. At a time when, the government should be saying, Belizean people, come together. Let us stand up and unite for our country. Basically, what it is doing is demoralizing and really dividing our people. And I'm very disappointed at this, Mike.
I think the Belizean people should start also demanding that the Prime Minister, the Foreign Minister, and Minister of National Security be charged and be tried for high treason, for betrayal against the people of this nation. This is something serious. This is something very serious, because we are right here on the wharf. We can't even go in our own sea. They put a law actually preventing us Belizeans from going to a place that is ours. The northern half of the Sarstoon, the part of the Sarstoon that is ours. That means they have ceded, they have given up. We have a failed government.
No anthem was sung, as the volunteers usually do. They claimed that they felt so betrayed that they couldn't do it. In the end, the members of this expedition, which failed not through lack of heart, but by force, dispersed. Down, but not out.
And every fool knows that when a bully is coming to you, if you do not stand up to him or bring your big brother or maybe even your sister for fumfuma, you won't get in trouble. And what we have done is put our tails between our legs and run away from a situation in which it is as clear as day that Guatemala has taken Belize's portion of the Sarstoon River.
We weren't there to see it, but we have been reliably informed that later that morning several union representatives, along with the BPP's Bobby Lopez, took to the waist-deep water along the coast and trekked an hour to at least get a glimpse of the Sarstoon in the distance. Mike Verdon for News 5.